What up? It's your boy, That Van Guy, and today we're doing something really exciting. So, I guess not today. It's going to take me all weekend, and I might not get it done still, but it's all good. So, jump right into it. Trailing arms. No more leaf springs. Gonna get rid of those. Freaking excited. I'll show you guys the parts right now that I have done. So, we've got a track bar mount, weld to the axle, track bar mount, weld to the frame. We got coil springs, trailing arms that I got done making just a little bit ago, and track bar that I got done with last night. So got a lot of good parts. Still need to make coil buckets that I'm going to weld to the frame for the top of the coils, and then still need to make the brackets that I'm going to weld to the frame of the van. But for now, I'm just going to basically pull the leaf springs out, like completely disassemble the rear end so it's ready to weld on all the stuff that I have done right now. And then as far as that goes, we'll get to it. So I'll give you an update once everything's apart and I'm starting to weld stuff on. Peace. Okay, so we got JD on the oxyacetylene torch over here cutting the leaf spring brackets off. Pretty savage. What do you think, Carson?
I don't know, right next to the gas tank.
It's fine.
You can see right there.
God damn it, Diltard.
Dude, I'm gonna get demonetized on YouTube, bro.
Bro. Yeah. I get scared by the flames. Because I like controlling it down there.
Is it? Are we all experienced oxyacetylene torch users here?
Yeah, man, I cut down a bridge.
Oh my goodness.
One of the dumbest people I've ever met.
This is safe. So we've been struggling pretty good to get the leaf spring mounts off because I made sure those were extra burly so I wouldn't have any issues with them in the future. And now I'm cutting them off completely. So
Why do you have toenail clippers in your center console?
Well, you know when your boots fit perfect.
Look at that 22 RE right there.
Look
Look at that nice ass fucking. Oh, that's fucking. That's Briar Rackus. How come God damn!
okay, update. We just got back from dinner a little bit ago. Finally got this other bracket finished. So this is going to be what welds to the frame rail. Going to be pretty tight. So stoked about that. Besides that, I mean, this is what it looked like before, just these cutouts. But it's boxed in pretty good. So should hold up nicely. I'm excited. Really excited to see how this turns out. Got the stuff cut off the frame rail on this side over here, which is good. It's a little bit rough, but I'm really stoked with how nice it came out considering what it was. So not bad at all. We're pulling the fuel tank right now, and then after that we'll get the bracket cut off on the other side, and then we'll send it. So stoked. Over right there. Yeah, stoked. So thanks to everybody helping me out. Got the fuel tank out of the van. It's kind of a tricky process. Had some really annoying electrical connections. And it's a 32-gallon tank. Fortunately, I got it most of the way empty before we pulled it out. So that isn't bad. So yeah, I'm currently searching for a fuel cell. It's Friday night. I doubt I'll be able to find one by Sunday, but I need one because I don't want to have to put this thing back in again, because I do plan on doing some pretty hefty engine modifications this spring, and I want to be able to accommodate for that with my fuel system, and I don't want to pull this back out again. So if I can get a fuel cell and put all this factory pump and everything pick up in it for now, should be pretty solid. So anyways, I'm gonna get back to it. Got the torch out, cutting off the shackle on the other side. It's gonna be pretty solid. I'm stoked. Hey guys, 1:02 a.m. and this side's completely done. As far as removal process, I already showed you the tank is out. Besides that, we kind of halfway got the axle centered. I'm gonna go over more of that tomorrow. but I did get these brackets done, so I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you guys what's up with that. So here are my brackets. These plates are gonna go up against the frame rail, and the frame rail is gonna sit basically a couple inches down on that. I took 1/8 inch by 1/2 inch flat steel, or 3/4 inch flat steel, and welded it across all those areas to gust it up a little bit more. Let me flip one over for you. Oh, and these are what's going to weld to the axle tube that the trailing arms are going to bolt to in the rear right there. So that'll be sick. But I take one of these guys and flip it over for you. They're still super hot, or I would just grab them. But we got 1/4 by 4, or got 1/4 by 2 and 5/8, because that's the bushing distance outside to outside. But it's all gusseted in down there, welded on the outside. Flip it over to the other side for you. There you go. That's what it's going to look like from the side of the frame rail. So pretty stoked about that. Still need to build coil buckets tomorrow, but I have a lot of stuff that I need to do before I can actually weld stuff in. Just a lot of measurements I need to take. I worked on some geometry. Here, I'll flip the camera around now. Worked on some geometry. Is that going to focus? Maybe not. Maybe. There we go. Worked on some geometry for the trailing arm to driveline ratio. The trailing arms are 63 inches long end to end, and the driveline is 73 inches end to end. So figured out that it's gonna pull out the slip yoke on the transmission 1.4 inches at 24 inches of travel from bump to strap. So I can set everything up accordingly. I'm just gonna leave like 3/4 of an inch of play at full bump at the drive shaft up in the slip yoke, because it has like a 6-inch slip yoke. So I figure if it's only pulling out, you know, less than 2 inches, it'll have more than enough spline to be solid. So anyways, tomorrow we'll work on getting that stuff welded in and cutting out the floor of the van. I might have got a hold of someone that has a fuel cell, so I might be able to figure this whole situation out and get a fuel tank retrofit in there in between the shock towers that I'm gonna build at some point this weekend. So stoked. Made a lot more progress today than I thought. So it's like 1:0. It's probably like 1:10 a.m. by this point. So gotta get home, get some sleep, ride the dirt bike in the morning, and then get back to this tomorrow afternoon. Peace out. Morning, guys. Back at the shop. I guess it's not good morning, almost afternoon. 11 o'clock. Picked up this fuel cell this morning. It's a 12-gallon, so that'll get the van like 120 miles, because it gets like 10 miles to the gallon. But I
figure if I get it set up, you get a good fuel pump for it, they'll support engine mods in the future, and then I'm not having to convert all that stuff and do all that math, and I figure all the fuel pumps out full. The fuel line adapters, and they go from the Ford quick clip to the AM fitting fuel thing, and I know most people probably know more than me about it, because a lot of their stuff has it, but talking, but it's kind of what I gotta do, so.
Peace out. I'll catch up with you guys later. So it's 1 o'clock, back at it again. Started to build these coil buckets. It's pretty sick. So I found out, well, I knew that these coils were 6-inch coils, so that was easy. And I knew I needed to get some 6-inch pipe at some point. We just happened to have this chunk laying around, so I cut 2 3-inch sections out of it with the chop saw, and now this coil will fit in there just like that. So I just need to build a little piece to fit in the center right here to
keep it from wiggling around too much, like a little D shape that I can
cut out, get that done, and then those will be pretty solid. Weld up some braces so I can weld them to the frame rails. Did a little bit more research, figured out that this fuel cell had
these -10 fittings.
So that's nice, and I also found some eBay, they're like Ford's quick connects to AE fuel lines, so I don't know, it's complicated on newer rigs just because there's a lot more emission stuff, and
keeps you from blowing up while you're going down the road,
which is important, but I gotta figure out how I'm gonna adapt that to a fuel cell.
I might not, I might just die, but it's okay. For now, that's what I've completed since the last time you see me, which I think was like 11-ish. Not very much, just welding pipe, but it's terrible to cut through those when your bandsaw is down and you have to use a chop saw. So sorry for another long update. This is going to be kind of chunky all the way through, but we'll make it happen. So yeah, get back to it. Guys, me again. So got 2 lug nuts on each wheel. Got axle totally centered on the wheel well on both sides. A little help of the crane. That was nice. So yeah, it's centered, wheel on both sides, centered back and forth. So it's gonna track in a straight line now. Got the tires blocked off. Got the rear bumper on jack stands. So this is sitting essentially on bump stops. It's almost touching bump stops right now. And I'm not gonna have any wheel reb issues anymore. Leaf springs, I kept hitting up here. Now I'll never have that problem again. So stoked about that. But yeah, look at that. Freaking Cali lean, yo. That is legitness. So anyways, just wanted to show you guys what's up. That's how it's doing now. I'll show you guys when I got all the trailing arms intact. I still need to put a jack under the front of the pinion to make sure that the pinion angle's right. But besides that, we're pretty much ready to start welding stuff on. So it's 12 something on Saturday night, and trailing arms are tacked in, axle mounts are tacked in. So it's looking pretty savage. Stoked with it. It's taken a long time to get to this point. I'm kind of disappointed on how slow it's going, but we'll see how much progress I make now that everything's kind of where it needs to be. Now it's just up to welding and trying to get everything solid attached. The shock towers is going to be kind of an issue, just because I don't have very much space, so I'm going to try to make something work, but we'll figure it out. It's not a big deal. I'll probably just weld it off the top of the frame rail instead. But lots of headaches. Factory fuel tank isn't going to work. Fuel cell isn't going to work without a lot of work. So I'm kind of in a bad position. So I'm just going to go ride my dirt bike tomorrow. In the morning, come back into it in the afternoon with a fresh mindset. But for now, I'm just going to do some welding on it and we'll see where it goes. So thanks for tagging along so far. We'll probably get it done another weekend, but we're going to try today. So, not today, this weekend. I don't know. I'm tired. Bye. What's going on, guys? 2 a.m. again, and I'm going to get out of here. Been here way too long today. Basically, in the aspect of this project, it went way too slow. So, got these trailing arm mounts welded to the axle, and got the ones that go up front tacked in place, and everything's where it needs to be, which was the hardest part of this whole project, I think, just because there's so much going on, trying to get wheels and tires centered and perfect, and then getting the trailing arms up where they need to be without moving anything. Just constantly had to readjust everything like 6 times. Still didn't get it exactly where I wanted. I wanted it to be spaced 2 inches from the seam weld on each side, and it ended up being 2 5/8. Because one side was at 2 5/8 and one side was at 1.5 inches after we got everything up. So I was like, yeah, whatever. I'll let it 2 5/8 and then I'll adjust the other side. And I did that, and it took a long time. And yeah. So fortunately, everything else should be fairly straightforward. I think I might have to notch my frame rails to get the coil springs to work. I knew it wasn't gonna be an easy project. I was hoping like, oh, well, I basically have everything prefabbed, so it'll go super easy and I shouldn't have any roadblocks whatsoever. Yeah, I was a little bit high on that one. Had some high goals and good self-esteem, and now I'm down right there. I'm right there. So yeah, it's beating me down pretty good this weekend, but I don't know. We'll get it back together and at least push it out of the shop. It should be a roller by the end of this weekend. Might have to push it on bump stops, might not get the coils done and everything. Definitely not going to get the shock towers done, but we'll see. I'd like to say I'm going to, but I don't think I will. I'm going to go ride dirt bikes in the morning, enjoy my Sunday, and then come back here while everybody else is watching the Super Bowl and get this done. As done as I can get it anyways. So have a good night. Peace out. Well guys, got the van rolled out of the shop. Now it's cleanup time. Sunday night, like 12 o'clock. Gotta work today at 7 o'clock. So 7 a.m. So I'm gonna get cleaned up here real quick, make the shop look nice again. And I'll probably work on the van like every day after work, try to get it done. Still need to install the track bar, and build my coil buckets, install limiter straps, and build shock towers. So a few pretty decent sized projects that I gotta get done. Also, van's not gonna run again until I figure out the fuel situation. I think I'm gonna take the factory pump, mount it in this cell with my own adapter plates, or have a custom aluminum one made. Besides that, I need to figure out an outro because I can't just go like bye. But yeah, thanks for watching. See y'all later. Okay guys, most extensive install yet is going down. It's not that. It's that right there. Look at that diff breather filter, dude. Edelbrock or die, dude. Alright guys, got the limiter straps mounted. Those are looking pretty sick. Need to adjust it forward a little bit. It'll probably self-adjust once I jump it. These are looking pretty savage. I ran them behind that body piece. You can see that. I don't know if you can see that. It's fine. So basically, this is all coming together pretty well. Now I just need to go out of my way to measure everything the way it is right now at full strap to build the coil buckets, and then I'll be, not the coil buckets, the shock buckets, and then I'll be good. So pretty stoked about it. Stay posted. I'll keep you posted. Jeez, I'm tired. First time moving under our own power. Still got lots to do, but this is a big step. Well guys, got this sheet of stainless marked out with the things I need to box in my shock towers. I have them labeled A, C, B, D. So there's my little cheat sheet that I made, basically showing my measurements and what I need to do to get those boxed in. We just have the stainless laying around, so that's what I'm using. I'm just gonna do 1/2-inch creases on each side and probably self-tap it with some silicone to the freaking shock towers, so that should work pretty good. But anyways, it's nice. I can drive it in and out. It's the weekend now, so I'm not in a huge rush to get it out of here. And there's probably about 6 inches of snow and it's still dumping outside, so I'm definitely going to drive the Ranger home, just because this pig is not very snow friendly with a locker in the rear, and I have no weight in the back right now, and I can't really put weight in the back anymore with how soft the springs are, so kind of just SOL. Yeah, no axle wrap though, so when I'm getting shitty doing skids, it'll be nice. Anyways, I'll update you guys more as I go. But I kind of chilled out a little bit. This is probably going to be like a 40-minute YouTube video, and it's going to take like 2 days straight to upload on my phone, and it's going to be like 240 megapixels. But I don't know, maybe I'll figure out how I can transfer them like to my computer, make it not so shitty. So if it looks good, I did that. If it doesn't, that's because I uploaded it on my phone off of an app, and yeah, trying to edit like 12 gigabytes of video probably at least with a cell phone doesn't really work that well. So alright, well, peace out, and I'll update you guys later. Okay guys, I've got to give props to Harbor Freight with their Bauer cutoff wheels. These things are absolutely savage. I'm stoked with them. I was able to cut all of these stainless steel parts out of this whole sheet right here, and it wore down the wheel this much. So if you take a full-blown healthy wheel, toss it over top of this guy here, look at that. It wore maybe 3/8 of an inch after cutting a bunch of stainless parts. And stainless is really hard on cutoff wheels, if you didn't know, and drill bits, and basically anything. It's a lot harder than mild steel. So very impressed with these. Stoked with the Bauer cutoff wheels. You can get a pack of these. What was it? Let's see. I think it's a pack of 10 for like $9, so they come up to like $1 a piece. Not bad at all. Where the DeWalt ones are anywhere like $3 a piece, or even 4, 5, 6. So stoked with that. Really like them. Good product. Definitely gonna buy some more of those. What's up, guys? Just got these made up. Hey guys, my phone just told me I can't zoom in on face view with my ultra dank nasty HD going on, so I'm gonna flip this around. So I just got the stainless steel coil buckets welded up with my mild steel MIG welder, and it worked pretty good. I mean, the weld's gonna rust out before the stainless steel ever will, because the stainless steel isn't gonna rust, but the mild MIG wire will. So I'm gonna have to coat it in a bunch of paint, cross my fingers, and see if it'll last for the next 10 years. But it turned out pretty good. I'm gonna try to self-tap those to the floor and then fill all the gaps with some sort of spray foam, just because it's quick, easy, paint it black, whatever, no big deal. Seals the gaps, does its job. So yeah, it's gonna look kind of like shit, but it's better than having water in there or going more extensive. So gonna send it with that, call it good. Thank goodness I have a little 4-wheel drive Ranger that I can borrow, because it just snowed like 16 inches overnight, and it's a shit show out there. So glad I don't have to drive the 2-wheel drive pre-runner van out there, because yeah, living in Washington is interesting sometimes. The politics are better in California. I'd probably move there, but not trying to give all my rights away. Yeah. So I've now just discovered my new favorite product. Can you guess what it is? Dude, it's black. Multi-purpose black spray foam. Do you realize what this means for me? This means I don't have to spray paint my spray foam anymore, guys. This is going to be a game changer. I'm excited. So I've been working on, I got the OEM seat disassembled, got the rails, all this electronics BS off of it, and I'm mounting it to this. It's like an old O'Reilly's bucket seat. I got it for like $20, so pretty sick. Anyways, that whole whatever diff oil is swapped out, swapping out that seat now. I still need to do sway bar and new exhaust, but that's probably gonna happen throughout this next week sometime. I'll probably have Steve-O, my exhaust dude at Fully Auto, the muffler shop. This guy right here, custom build me a nice rad little exhaust. Maybe try to reuse that one since nobody wants it. So yeah, anyways, got to do that, and then I'll work on installing my sway bar throughout the week. My bump stop should be here on like Tuesday, and that'll be sick. I just got to build bump stop can mounts for those, so that's going to be a process, but it shouldn't be too bad. I just didn't feel like paying $200 for chunks of pipe that were cut up with some nuts on them. So anyways, I'm gonna keep doing that. I'll update you guys when she's like out of the shop and like done. As far as that, I don't really feel like I need to film anymore, so I'll just keep you guys updated. You'll see a post on Instagram when it's done, so, or by the time this is out, you will have obviously already seen it. But all right, cool. Peace out, guys. Bye bye. Rally van in the snow, yo. Yes! Is he gonna make it up? Probably.